see that they're here. I'm going to
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. It's getting noisy in here because we are at one of the test churches for our 2019 VBS that's produced by Answers in Genesis. It's called The Incredible Race. We want to deal with the issues of racism and prejudice. They're always in the news, but teach kids how to deal with this, that we're all one skin color, different shades, we're all one family, we're all equal before God. And so that's what the VBS is all about for 2019, and they're gathering now for the closing assembly. We've actually had the VBS all this week. Kids are excited, tremendous feedback from the kids. They love learning about the fact that we're all family, we're all one race, we're all one blood, we're all the same skin color, just different shades. And so they're pouring in here right now, as you can see, ready for the closing assembly. There'll be a skit up on stage there, there'll be music, and we wanted to broadcast this live for you so that you can actually be a little part of this. And of course we'll archive it on my Facebook page too. And if you want to make some comments, please make some comments and tell us where you're from, where you're watching from. So here it is, the incredible race, and we have about 800 kids here today, 800, and they have 500 each night. So there's been a big response here. And then there's another test church as well. Now, a lot of churches are actually doing our 2018 VBS, which is called Time Lab. But this is the test church, the main test church is another one as well, for the 2019 VBS. And once this is over, we get to work to making sure we get it all printed and ready for 2019. And you can go to answersvbs.com, answersvbs.com, to find out more about our Answers VBS for 2019 called The Incredible Race. And so I see some people watching from Iowa and Texas and South Carolina, and you see the kids that are pouring in here right now for our VBS. So somebody says, "Good day, mate." I'll say, "G'day." How you going? Charleston, West Virginia. So there's more people getting on now. So here we go. You see some of the kids up on stage, and the kids in these seats represent different countries. I see Team Venezuela, there's Team Philippines, there's Team Estonia, there's Team Bolivia. So you get the idea. Team Chile, and so on. So there's lots of different countries that they represent, and you see the beautiful set there. It really reminds you, in a way, of the It's a Small World Disney ride, because it's helping us understand that, hey, we're all from the one family around the world, different cultures. It's exciting to see all these kids being taught the truth about the fact we're all one race, being taught to love their neighbor as themselves, and being taught that we're all one family, and also taught that we're all sinners in need of salvation. So we're going to broadcast live the closing assembly here for our 2019 VBS. You can see the beautiful set there. Have our videographer sort of sweeping around there to show you the beautiful set.
All right, we're ready for our fourth grade right here. You guys feel in that middle?
They have some phenomenal songs. We have a professional group that composes all our songs, and we have a couple of different versions, a sort of a more a contemporary version, a more traditional version as well.
We want to try to fill in over here on this side of the steps, fill in the stage. Do that first. We'll do the same over there, try to fill in on outside.
So I'm not going to give you a lot of commentary, maybe just now, because what we want you to do is to watch the closing ceremony here.
Okay, if you're on the stage
if you're wondering where we are, we're in Columbus. It's at Northwest Bible Church in Columbus, Ohio. This is where we have the VBS test program here.
Now,
And
Hey,
the
sixth
two
grade
people that
class,
wrote the VBS
I need you to
for us, we have a
listen.
number of people involved, but we have two main people,
Once you get on the stage,
Bob and Randy.
your mouths go closed and
And
you only
of course,
listen.
they've been working
We've got to
hard
get a
all
lot of
week
people up here, so
and
you
make sure
need
everything
to
works together. And
move back
they do some
so that
phenomenal
your back
things.
is touching the belly of the person
For
behind
instance,
you. Don't push them
even
over. Just come
one of
close.
the items that they used for cooking and eating, and
All
they
right.
used food coloring, but the same food color, but
All right,
made it
keep
darker
going
and
in the
lighter
middle here,
to
third
teach them we're
grade.
all one color, and talk about the pigment melanin, but we're just different shades.
This is gonna
And the
be
kids
really tough
absolutely loved that. They
this
thought it was
year.
absolutely fantastic.
Okay, if you were on the stage, count with me. 1,
Isn't it exciting when you think about the way our culture is going, the increasing lawlessness in our culture, the increasing intolerance of Christian things, the increasing
All right, second grade, you're gonna try to fill
anti-Christian
up as much on the stage
worldview,
as
but
you
to see
can. Come on down.
hundreds and hundreds of kids like this. In
Keep
fact,
sliding
at the
back.
two
If
test
you're on the
churches this
stage,
week,
so your back
there would have
is
been
touching the belly of the
2,000
person
children
behind you.
being taught we're all one race, we're all equal before God, we're all
Stay
one
with your
family.
groups.
It's apologetics in nature, it's very evangelistic, biblical authority. And then when this is then produced for the churches for next year using our VBS, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of kids for the thousands of churches that use Answers VBS. And you know, the uniqueness of what we do at Answers in Genesis is the emphasis on apologetics. We deal with contemporary issues, and because we start with the history in Genesis,
right.
and that's
Come
our
to the middle of the
foundation,
stage.
we're
Once the
able to
sides are
deal
filled in.
with all these issues.
What is the second grade that we're coming up now? Second, thank you. All right, fill in this stage. Okay.
I get so excited when I
First
see all
graders,
these
we
kids
can
like
still
this.
fit you
And
on the stage. So first grade.
our VBS already
Try to get
is being
out in front of
used
the
across the
stage.
nation right now and in other parts of the world to teach hundreds of thousands of kids. The one this year is Time Lab, and it's teaching them that Jesus
You
is
can
God.
stand on the steps.
Jesus
Here
didn't come into
and
existence
outside.
at the time of the
Boys
babe
and
in the
girls, you
manger.
need to use the steps
Jesus
as much as
is
possible.
God. He who exists in eternity, and he stepped into history to be Jesus Christ, the God-man. So that's the one that's being done right now
We
in
have
many, many churches, thousands of churches.
First grade moving
This
up.
one is the one for next year, 2019, and this is the one called The Incredible Race. We don't think anyone's ever dealt with this in a VBS before like this, to
right,
teach them
yeah,
all
great.
about
Yeah, fill in the
skin
steps
color,
on the
we're all the one
outside
color,
as
different
well.
shades, we're all one race, we're all one blood, we're all one family.
Okay.
Teach them about all the different cultures around the world and the differences, and
Alright.
that in heaven there's going to
So,
be people from every tribe, tongue,
Kindergarten,
and
before you
nation.
move,
And that's what we
there's
want
a
them to
little room on the
understand.
front
That's
of the
why
stage. There's
that's why the
lots of
gospel
room
is for
on the
every
steps.
tribe
and
and
then you
nation.
can also have your back against
So
the
I know that
stage,
there's
okay?
some
From
people watching that are
kindergarten,
already using
on
our
the
VBS
steps,
for this year.
on the
So
stage,
you'll
if
get a
there's
glimpse of
room
what's
for
going
your
to
back against
what's
the
it going to be like
stage.
for next year. Somebody said, what a positive and truthful message to share with the next generation. Absolutely. That's what we want to do. And we don't want to shy away from contemporary issues. These kids are growing up in an increasingly antagonistic to Christianity a culture, and they need to be well trained. They need to be well grounded. We don't want to just teach them fluff and stuff. Sometimes I think a lot of curricula that's used in our churches is just shallow fluff and stuff. We deal with contemporary issues, and we want them to know what they believe, why they believe what they do. We want them to know how to defend the Christian faith. Somebody said they're doing the VBS Time Lab soon. Great kids will enjoy that, and they learn about who Jesus is, that he's the creator, that he exists in eternity, that he's our savior. And this is the one for next year, our 2019 one. So we're always doing this, of course, a year in advance, and that's what we need to do. So they write the whole program, and then we have the test churches that do it, 2 test churches here in Columbus, Ohio. So I drove up from northern Kentucky to Columbus, Ohio this morning. Drove up with my wife and one of our staff members so that we could be here at the closing assembly and we could share this time with the kids. There they got all these kids on stage. Isn't it great to see all those kids on stage and to know what they have learned at the VBS this week? So there was 800 during the day, then they did a repeat at night, and they had 500 at night. So 1,300 kids per day this week. And we have about 800 here at the closing assembly. It's going to be exciting to hear them here in a moment. You're going to get a thrill. You're going to just be tickled at what you hear here, what you see.
All right, boys and girls, if you can hear me, I want you to put one finger in the air.
Just looking at the back of the shirt of the person who is actually talking to the kids right now. He's just right in front of me, and his shirt says, "Every tribe, tongue, and nation."
And I need every mouth closed. Okay, 4-year-old classes can fill in the front there. 4-year-old classes are going to move up now. They're just going to be on the floor, standing up in front of the stage. Once they're there, our 2- and 3-year-old classes, we got to be real quiet because we got our little ones coming now.
So, Debbie, saw your comment. So happy that you deal with contemporary issues. We're doing Time Lab too. So that's great. You'll be doing the VBS, AIG VBS for this year, Time Lab. And then you're going to tell your pastor about next year. This is an important issue for kids. Kids, as somebody said here, kids need to know the real truth of the Gospels, not the lies they're fed by social media. Well, I agree. They need to know the real truth of the Gospel, and that's exactly what they're getting here at Answers in Genesis VBS. This is the one for next year, the incredible race. All about the issues of racism and prejudice, and we're all one race, we're all one family.
All right. We're going to be real quiet no matter what. Okay?
Okay, we're going to be quiet with the kids here for a moment.
We keep our hands at our sides, because if we start doing bunny ears like I see a couple of you doing right now, that's going to mess up our photo. We don't want to do that. Hands at your sides.
So
like
they're getting ready for their photo, their VBS photo for this week.
Keep them at your sides the whole time. We're going to look up into that big window up there. That's Mr. Brendan waving. You're not allowed to wave at him because your hands are at your sides. All right? You're not even allowed to say hi to him.
Hey, I see Bethany said, I should be there. I'm stuck at home sick, but so thankful that my kids are on that stage and had the opportunity to take part in this extraordinary VBS this week.
Hands at your sides.
It is an extraordinary VBS. I think it's historic to do a VBS that deals with the issue of racism for kids in the right way, starting from Genesis, that we all go back to Adam and Eve, where the Tower of Babel formed the different people groups. Kids learned all that this week, and that they're all equal.
Look up in that big window. Listen to Mr.
Okay,
Brendan.
they're going to be taking their photograph
Smile.
right now. That's an incredible photo to take.
All right, Mr. Brendan. Go ahead.
Look at those hundreds of kids.
Everyone, do you remember the mute swan from the other day? Okay, awesome. I want you to be a smiling mute swan. Okay, so we're going to be really quiet. You give me big smiles right up here. There's going to be a bright light in 3, 2, 1. Hands sides. And everyone's hands are down. You look good.
Keep smiling.
Awesome. We're going to do 1 or 2 more.
Keep
Okay,
smiling.
Mr. Matt, you can take over.
All right. Wow, you guys did amazing. Do not talk. Do not talk. Do not move. We want just our 2s and 3-year-olds. You can go back to your chairs.
Okay, so they got their photograph taken. Now the 2s and 3-year-olds are going back to their chairs. Everybody else is going to stay on stage. And have a look at that beautiful set there. So for those of you who are going to be doing Answers VBS next year, incredible race, you can get some ideas from this beautiful set. As you can see, there are features from around the world, and in the middle, they have, it's like a pyramid, and they're really talking about the fact that as people went out from the Tower of Babel, they built some similar structures around the world, and so
4-year-olds.
they're teaching the kids that we're all one race, but different people groups because of the Tower of Babel.
Okay, we go down the steps. We don't jump off the front of the stage because you might land on somebody and hurt them. Okay, we have our 3-year-olds in the front row.
They do a good job
and you're not allowed
looking
to jump
after
on top
800
of
kids
them.
like this.
So you will go down the steps. You understand?
Debbie asked, I wonder if there's a promotion disc
All
we could
right.
send to pastors
4-year-olds
in
that move
the area.
pre-K classes.
Yes, we do have
Pre-K
promotion
classes.
video that's done of this. In fact, we had a video team up here this week, and once they put all that together, it'll just actually go up on our website, and there'll be a promotion video as we've done for all of our VBSs. So go to answersvbs.com, answersvbs.com, and we're going to be here for the closing ceremony here in a moment. Some singing, a short skit, and you can be a part of that.
Leaders, when you get back to your row, make sure you got everybody. Make sure you don't have anybody extra. All right. All right, kindergarten. Kindergarten. You can move back, kindergarten. No jumping.
So they have to do everything in order, so to get kids back to their seats so that there's no injuries, no problems. That's what they're doing now, and it is fun to watch all these little kids with their incredible race T-shirts on. And their Bible verse comes from Revelation, their theme verse for the week. Every tribe, tongue, and nation that will be in heaven, and that's true. People from every tribe, tongue, and nation, because we're all humans. We're all one family.
First grade.
Somebody said this is going to be an awesome focus. I think this is going to be our most popular VBS ever. I mean, thousands of churches already use Answers VBS because it's so evangelistic and apologetics, and kids love it, and they love to learn to have answers and know what they believe and why they believe what they do. And to deal with contemporary issue like this is an issue that we hear about it almost every day on the news: racism, prejudice, accusations of racism. What a difference when we train hundreds and hundreds of thousands of kids across this nation in how to correctly think about that issue and how to correctly think about people who might be a little different on the outside than them. And that's what they learned this week, that those differences are minor. Just minor differences, and not to look at the outside differences, but to look at the inside. That's how God looks at us. These kids will never be the same, and that's something that some of the adults have already said to me. They're never going to be the same, and that they so enjoyed the VBS this week. So we're just getting ready now for the closing ceremony. Someone asked, where is this held at? We're at Northwest Bible Church, actually in Columbus, Ohio, in Hilliard. I'm not sure how I pronounce it. I'm not American. Well, I am, but I'm Australian-American. So this is where Test Church is. So they're just finishing up the VBS right now for the week. So this is their closing ceremony. I just wanted you to see all the kids as they lined up there on the stage, get their photographs taken.
Come on out, y'all. Time to start heading back.
Well, you can tell we're in America. He said, "Come on out, y'all." There's somebody, Cindy said here, this is so exciting. It is. It's so exciting to see kids learning all this. Somebody here said they're on the decorating committee for VBS at our church. This is my favorite time of year. Yeah, because you're going to be very creative, and of course we provide all those sorts of ideas in our kits for the VBS. Carrie said, very timely message for this day, and time with all the racial issues going on in the media. Absolutely, that's why we wanted to do this. Because we needed it. I don't hear much of the church dealing with this issue the way they need to. And because we believe Genesis, and we start there, then we have the true history of the world. Then we're able to teach them the truth. That's why that history is so important. It's the foundation of all of our thinking.
To come on up here.
Okay, they're going to sing some of the songs. Get ready for this. You're going to really enjoy this.
Because we're going to lift you up.
falling down.
Gonna lift you up, oh, oh, oh. 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 So I'll praise you in the morning, praise you in the night, and through the darkest valley, when there's no end in sight, when there's no silver lining in all the clouds I see, I lift my eyes to heaven for the Lord to rescue me.
When everything is falling down.
Gonna lift you up, oh, oh, oh. 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 Gonna lift you, gonna lift you. All right.
When everything is falling down.
Gonna lift you up, oh, oh, oh. Gonna lift you up, oh, oh, oh. Gonna lift you, gonna lift you up, oh, oh, oh. Gonna lift you up, oh, oh, oh. Gonna lift you up, oh, oh, oh. Gonna lift you, gonna lift you up, oh, oh, oh. Gonna lift you, gonna lift you up, oh, oh, oh. Gonna lift you, gonna lift you up, oh, oh, oh.
Oh, you can tell the kids got excited. Gonna lift you up. Oh, oh, oh.
That was awesome.
Nothing? There we go. All right, great
They
singing.
lifted him up. That was
All
awesome.
right. So we got a couple important announcements. We need everyone's attention, kids and leaders on these. Leaders, you should have already gotten all your goodie bags. If you didn't, you can send somebody down the hallway, down by Miss Daria's desk where they're giving those out. And if you haven't already, leaders, before you leave today, drop off your bin also. Just drop it off. You don't need to sort it. Just drop it off at Miss Daria's desk.
Absolutely. And don't forget about Sunday. I know a lot of you said you're able to come to see Taylor Hughes. We're very excited about that. We'll see you back Sunday morning.
Okay.
So I think it's time for our drama, Mr.
It is.
All right, so everybody out of the aisles. Let's get real quiet.
Okay, we're at the closing ceremony for the test
All right.
of our 2019 VBS called the Incredible Race.
Dear Journal, it's been a scary 24 hours since Miles collapsed, and Raina hasn't left his side since it happened. For a long time, it was pretty touch and go as he drifted in and out of consciousness and then became disoriented. But his fever has finally started to come down, so we think the worst is over. Thank you, Lord, for answering our prayers and sparing his life.
So they're doing the final skit now.
Hey, there you are. I've been looking for you. Oh. Hey, buddy. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, there. I know just how you feel. In fact, I've shed a tear or two myself. Hey, but don't worry. He's going to be okay. I just know it. Who's going to be okay?
Videographer.
Well, Miles, of course. What else would you be crying about?
This
splinter in my phone! Oh, brother. Let me see. Wow, that is a big one. It is? Oh, sorry. Come on, let me take it out. No, it'll hurt. Oh, don't be such a baby.
Promise you'll be gentle?
Hey, I'm your best buddy in the whole wide world, aren't I?
Yeah.
All right, you just look the other way.
Okay. I'm ready.
It's already out, you goof.
It is? Oh, wow. That's really, really great. Thank you, Moose.
All right. That's enough. Hey, what was that?
Oh, it's my new kitty. You want to look at it?
Yeah.
Isn't he
See, I don't want
cute?
to tell you too much about all that's been going on this week, because it would be a spoiler for it, but
Yeah. Real
this is the
cute.
closing skit for the closing
But you know you
ceremony
can't keep
of
'em,
our
right?
2019
What?
VBS.
Why not?
Because we're in the incredible race. Oh, and speaking of race, I wanted to show you this book Jess got us. I think it'll really come in handy.
How's a book gonna help us in the incredible race?
Well, that's because it's got important words and phrases in it. No, buddy, there aren't any pictures in it.
Rats. That should just be against the law. Every book should have pictures in it.
I know, you say that every time. But anyway, look, it's got important words and phrases in it in different languages, which will be great for you and I since we're going to be in so many countries.
What kind of words and phrases?
Well, for instance, do you know how to say, "Where can I find a taxi" in Spanish?
Sure, I can say that.
Okay.
Where can I find a taxi in Spanish?
Oh, that's not what I meant, buddy.
Hey, guys, good news. We think Miles is going to be okay.
Oh, that is great.
What do you have there?
It's my new kitty. Isn't
Kitty?
he cute?
Oh, very cute. Yeah, that's not a kitty. That is a jaguar cub.
Oh, so that's why it almost bit my finger off.
Yeah. You guys might want to put him back, like, now. Because his mom's going to be coming back, and you don't want to be here when she does, okay?
Really?
Yeah, really. Let's get
Oh,
him
okay.
out.
Hey, Moose, will you come with me?
Sure, buddy. You lead the way, though.
Yeah, guys, I'd hurry, okay?
Okay.
There's Mama. No, guys, don't bring it back here.
Okay. Oh, my.
What was that all about?
Yeah, I think I'm going to let them tell you. So, how you doing?
Much better now that Miles is out of danger.
Is he still sleeping?
Yes. This is what I need to do.
I'll say. Have you slept at all since he collapsed?
No. With his condition, I just couldn't. It was too serious.
Well, I gotta say I was impressed. You seemed to know what you were doing.
It's because I was a nurse for 10 years before becoming a flight attendant.
Seriously. Wow, and God used that to help Miles. That's amazing.
You know what else is amazing? God used you to help me.
What do you mean?
Well, while I was sitting there with Miles, I just had a lot of time to think.
About what?
Oh, about life, about all that you shared with me this week. How this is a broken world. That I'm broken. And it's all because of our sin. I mean, before, I thought I was a good person. But you helped me realize that I'm not. And just like everyone, I have disobeyed God over and over and over. And that was a problem I just couldn't ignore. It was like my eyes were open for the first time.
I know exactly what you're talking about. The same thing happened to me. Did you read the Bible verses I gave you, though?
I did. And I believed everything they said about Jesus. That Jesus died for my sins. That he rose from the dead. And Jess, I prayed. And I asked God to forgive me and to save me.
Raina, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
And you know what's strange? Is that my whole perspective has changed. I mean, before, Miles was just a giant thorn in my flesh. As you know, I couldn't stand to be around him. But I don't feel that way anymore.
God is so good.
Yeah, he is.
That's amazing.
And I just kept thinking that if God can love me with all my issues, then who am I to withhold love from someone else? No matter who they are.
Yep, or where they're from or what they look like. You are so right. Actually, there's a Bible verse that says that. It says, if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. And that means that Christians should be the kindest, most loving people in the entire world. Hey, Miles, how you feeling?
Much better. Thank you.
Yep, Christians should be the
Wow,
most loving,
I'm
kindest
very
people in
glad
the
to hear
entire
it.
world. That's true.
Yeah,
The kids
you
are
were
learning
one
that.
sick
We might
kid.
zoom out a bit so you can
Yeah,
see the kids
I know.
watching this.
I never felt that bad in my whole life. I honestly thought I was dying, and well, kind of scared me.
Really?
Yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you for taking such good care of me. I know I've been rude to everyone, but especially to you, Miss Raina. You just didn't deserve it. Will you forgive me?
Are you kidding? Of course I forgive you. And will you forgive me for being so short-tempered?
Yes.
What's that?
Hey, guys, is that the captain?
Yes, there he is.
Hey, he's got somebody with him.
Oh, I'm so glad he made it safely.
Well, maybe he didn't.
You were right, it is the captain.
He made it! Woohoo! Sorry it took so long. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, we're fine, but what about you?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, this? Oh, it's nothing. I was hoping you wouldn't even notice. Oh, hey, this is my new best friend, Jordy.
Hey, Jordy.
You're not going to believe it, but there's a river not far from here, and he's offered us to lend us his boat.
Thank you so much, Jordy.
Hey, it's not a problem at all. I gotta say, wow. You guys really did almost run into that pyramid.
See? I told you so. A few more feet, and we would have gone right... Oh, sorry, yeah. Probably should. Well, hey, is everyone ready to go? I mean, the boat's waiting.
Yeah, but aren't you gonna tell us what happened?
Yeah, we want to know.
All right. Well, would you believe me if I said I was walking through the jungle, minding my own business, when all of a sudden, a band of monkeys jumped out, snatched me up, threw me into a river where I was attacked by a school of piranhas and a 20-foot crocodile?
Ha! You would have had us until you said that band of monkeys.
Yeah, that's silly. Monkeys can't play music.
Not that kind of band, fellas.
Well, what about this one? It was a dark, stormy night when a ferocious jaguar chased me into a cave where I hit my head on a stalactite, I was swarmed by 1,000,000 vampire bats, and I was almost strangled by a 50-foot anaconda.
Wow. And I thought I had an imagination.
Hey, Captain, I think you should tell them the truth.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
But I don't know, it's just not that exciting. I mean, you promise not to laugh?
No.
Well, here's the story. I mean, you can imagine the 3-day grueling trek that I had through the jungle, and I mean, I had little sleep and pretty much no food. So you can imagine when I finally came upon the village, it was like an oasis in the desert. And when the people saw me, they came running to greet me. It was amazing. Until I tripped on a tree root and face planted into a pole.
Ouch.
Ouch is right. And embarrassing, too.
Well, at least you made it. That is the important thing.
Hey, Captain, would it make you feel any better if I told you I face planted lots of times? in the trees and poles and all sorts of stuff.
Somehow that doesn't make me feel better.
Hey guys, I think we should get going. Nightfall's coming.
Hey, you heard him. He's right. Let's get our stuff and let's go. Jordy, you take the boys and I'll come with the rest.
Okay, gentlemen, let's get going.
Can you believe it, buddy? We're back in the hunt.
Yeah, incredible race. Here we come.
Okay, I think we're ready.
Well, it's time for one last look at this place.
You know, after wanting to get out of here so badly, I think I'm finally gonna miss it.
Wait, seriously?
Nope!
Well, I wouldn't say I'll miss it, but it will hold a very special memory. A very special memory. After all, this is where a new beginning started for me, and I'll always be grateful for that.
Very well said.
Ready to go?
Oh, yes, we're ready. We're very ready.
Dear Journal, so everything turned out okay. Well, almost. I got to Manaus in time to catch the boat to the Amazon interior, and Raina continued her career as a flight attendant with a new sense of purpose. And she also kept up with Miles and eventually led him to the Lord. Moose and Buddy, well, they weren't able to get back in the incredible race. In fact, they got on the wrong plane again, and no one knows where they are. Thank you, Lord. I will never forget this incredible adventure.
Oh, boy.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yes. Fantastic. I
Yeah.
wonder what happened to Moose and Buddy.
Yeah, so they're lost again.
They're lost again.
They're having their
Oh.
problems, but that was fantastic.
Well, before you guys go, we have told you all week about these individual challenges
Right.
that you would get entered into a drawing, and it's drawing time.
It is. There were so many of you that did those individual challenges, and every day you were learning about a new missionary from whatever continent. It might have been Nate Saint from South America or Amy
Yes.
Carmichael from India. It was great. So we put all your names in the box if you did do that, or the fun facts, and we are now going to draw 5 names. You have to be present to win. So if we draw a name and nobody's here, then you don't win.
And you
get a $15 Dairy Queen gift card. Hard to beat. All right, so here we go. Name number 1 is, these stick together, Hayden Feathers from Estonia. You here, Hayden?
Are you here, Hayden?
Come on down, Hayden.
Come on
you
down,
are our
Hayden.
first winner. Congratulations. Next winner is, you're welcome. Whoops. I'll put that back in before we finish. Haley Campagna, also from 5th grade, but this is a different 5th grade. Guatemala. Haley, are you here?
Come on down,
Come
Haley.
on down, Haley. Fantastic.
Okay, for somebody
All
had
right.
asked about KJV.
Winner
Grab
number
another
3.
one.
Actually,
Got
KJV
2.
is part of the curriculum.
All right,
The
this
memory
one,
verse
give that
posters
one
are
to Haley.
double-sided, KJV on one
Kalista
side, ESV on the other.
Peterson,
The teacher
grade
books
2,
reference
Panama.
read ABC verse
Here,
and
Kalista.
Coming on
doesn't
down.
write out the verses.
All
They just
right,
reference it so you can read it in what version you want.
Let's draw
And then the
another
crafts that
one.
use verses are provided in KJV and ESV.
This one says
So
Chase
traditional
Wingling
memory
from
verses are in
Zimbabwe, grade
KJV.
6. Are
So
you
we
here,
put that in there as a
Chase?
comment from our
Chase,
project
are you
manager, our
here?
VBS project manager.
Chase?
So somebody,
Chase is here.
a couple of people commented
And
earlier
one
that they wish there was a
last winner
KJV
of the
version.
day
Well, it's in
is
KJV and ESV. It's in both.
Audrey Oyster,
And so,
Romania 3rd grade. Are you here,
That should
Audrey?
satisfy
Come on
those
down,
people on that
Audrey.
requirement.
Fantastic.
Congratulations.
So congratulations, you guys, and I hope everybody enjoyed learning about all those awesome missionaries, all those fun facts.
Well, we are about to sing our last song together.
Okay, they're going to sing the last song
All
together.
right.
You'll enjoy this. This will be
We
fun.
gotta make this one the best,
The best
we've ever done, right?
had.
So I bet you know which one we're gonna sing. You got it.
All right, as we sing, our 4s in pre-K are going to head out. but we're going to sing L-O-V-E. Let's go!
Find a way to lend some help. Love your neighbor as yourself. Spend your time on someone else. Find a way to lend some help. Love your neighbor as yourself. Spend your time on someone else. L-O-V-E. God's love is like no other. L-O-V-E. Share it with one another. Come on, everyone. Reach out and love someone. L-O-V-E. We're gonna love each other. Find a way to show some grace. Help your neighbor run the race. Put yourself in second place. Find a way to show some grace. Help your neighbor run the race. Put yourself in second place. L-O-V-E. God's love is like no other. L-O-V-E. Share it with one another. Come on, everyone. Reach out and love someone. L-O-V-E. We're gonna love each other.
God loved us from the very start, and I got the love in my beating heart. Spread that love all across the earth, and tell everybody what His love is worth. Come on, so let God get the praise from us. And love people like the Savior does. You ain't never gonna be the same when you L-O-V-E in Jesus' name.
God's love is like no other. We're gonna love each other. Reach out and love someone. L-O-V-E. We're gonna love each other. L-O-V-E. God's love is like no other. L-O-V-E. Reach out and love someone. L-O-V-E. We're gonna love each other.
Great singing, great singing, great
And of
singing.
course, we talked all about that today, didn't we, Mr.
Yes,
Matt?
we sure did.
Right, if God so loved us, we ought to love each other. And
Yeah,
that's what
make
that
sure
song's
you
a good reminder.
share that love of Jesus with your family today and
Right.
your friends that you hang out with. Now, don't forget, I want to see each and every single one of you back here Sunday morning, so you can come up here just like our praise team and sing. And then don't miss our master, magician Taylor Hughes. And we'll let you know what grade won the contest.
It's not just
And-
a team, it's a grade.
You know,
Okay,
we
so
still
we
have
just
VBS
ended
tonight,
off here our
Yes.
2019
which means this
test
could change.
church
Yes.
But
program
I'd like to know how our
here
missions
for our
operate.
2019 VBS for the incredible race.
Before we even put it on,
This could change.
this could change, and sometimes we get so excited about it. We got to remember, don't boo.
Definitely not gonna
We
boo.
never boo.
Right.
And they're
We are all
encouraged
winning on
to
this,
give
getting this money.
and
to
bring
the
money
Aviation
in for a
Fellowship.
mission
So let's go
project.
ahead.
All right, who do we got
Who
first?
do we have first?
The girl.
So they collected $1,252 from the girls. And the boys, $1,580. It's almost $3,000. And it goes to helping provide meals for underprivileged kids around the world.
We're not positive. Right now,
Right.
the boys are winning by a couple $100.
We don't know.
We'll find out, right?
Yeah,
and
come
I
back
wanted to
Sunday.
let you know also, we did tally up those challenges that you've been doing everywhere
Yes,
all week.
every way.
Guess what, Mr.
Get
Matt?
what, Miss Barb?
We got the 3 players!
Argentina, Germany, Honduras, Jamaica, Madagascar, Switzerland, Chile, Cyprus, Georgia, Iceland, Kenya, South Africa, and today's winner is Iceland!
Come on and see me, Iceland.
Come on down, Iceland. Second and third grade, are you ready? Costa Rica, Ecuador,
Congratulations.
Hong Kong, Mali,
Way to go, Iceland.
Panama,
Fantastic.
Portugal, Romania, Bolivia.
They learn a lot about countries around the world too with this,
Republic,
and learn that they're all our one family.
Taiwan, United Kingdom. Our second winner is Ecuador. Right over
Ecuador,
there.
come on down. Where are you? There you
All
are.
right, fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. Here we go. Macedonia, Haiti,
Good job, guys. Hey, does-
Philippines,
I should run down the front so I can get some candy.
Thailand, Venezuela, Estonia, Grenada, Guatemala, Togo, Malawi, and Zimbabwe. Our final winner of this week is Estonia and Zimbabwe. All right, at this time, leaders to the end of your rows. Kids, have a seat. Parents, come on down.
Ready, set, here we go. Heading out around the globe. Sights to see, things to know. The incredible race. Texas to Timbuktu. Follow us back to a building crew. The great big story of me and you. The incredible race. We've got a whole world to see. The incredible race. So won't you come with me? The incredible race. God's plans for you and me. Uncovering history. The incredible. The mountain high, the valley low, carrying the gospel as we go. Sights to see, things to know, the incredible race. On the journey, it's plain to see just how different we can be. But we're all one big family, the incredible race. We've got a whole world to see, the incredible race. So won't you come with me, the incredible race. God's plans for you and me. Uncovering history. The incredible. The incredible race. The incredible race.
Okay, well, parents are now picking up the kids, as you can see, and so we're going to end the broadcast. This is longer than we normally do for a Facebook Live, but we wanted you to experience the closing assembly for our VBS program for 2019 called The Incredible Race. So there's another one of the songs you can hear as they're finishing up here. Okay. You can see it's very evangelistic. The songs are evangelistic. Kids hear the gospel. Apologetics. We're all one race, all one family. Love one. And in heaven there'll be people from every tribe, tongue, and nation.
Yeah, bro. Not bro. I'd say more cousin. Oh yeah, maybe distant cousin.
So come and build your life on solid ground. So there ain't no way it's falling down. With Jesus as our cornerstone.
So today we've been live here in Columbus, Ohio, at Northwest Bible Church here. Our test church, there's another test church in this area as well. And all together this week they've had 2,000 kids do our test program for the VBS for 2019, The Incredible Race. And so I got a lot of kids lining up wanting my autograph here on the church. So I'm going to finish off and I'll let our videographer decide when she wants to close this off. As parents are getting their kids now, we can hear some of the songs that they've been singing.